Like the love of your life.
Bro, he stopped sharing his fucking screen, bro.
And you're trying to find the love of your life on here.
Yeah, then you want to watch your content, right?
Okay, I can understand. Fair enough. I hope you do.
I hate it.
I have a boyfriend, so we can't hit it off.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Because I love to get on here and talk to people. I was just painting my nails and drawing. I was supposed to be starting this painting for one of my church, my mom's church friends, and I need to start on it, but I don't know. I'm the only one who's up. Like none of my friends are ever up at this time, so I have to make new friends. Yeah, I have to make new friends at night. Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That and shit like it's weird because like I guess
There are lots of them. There are tons of them, but sometimes there aren't. Yeah.
Jalen, what happened? You stopped streaming?
Bro, he got like a skill sets on.
Yeah.
What? Ice or something?
What happened? Hero seen them titties and went crazy?
So then, what do you stream on?
like I stream on YouTube.
Yeah, send it to me. I can subscribe. Oh, yeah.
But you can see like I'm a photographer and shit like that.
That's amazing.
The thing. Go to school?
I went to school for musical theater and acting. Now I'm the front of house coordinator. Yeah, like like playhouses and stuff like that. I just subscribed, but like playhouses and stuff. And I'm sorry, what is this? The second one. The second. Okay, but is it on Instagram or YouTube or what's up? Okay. Yeah, anything that happens like at the front house of like the playhouse or whatever, like Lion King on Broadway, how they have the like elephants and animals and stuff come through. So like if there's any show that needs something that comes through like the front of the house, that's my area. Yeah. No.
Damn. Why you
No, but it does sound like it, right? Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That's what's up. These are cool.
you have your board. I got out of the positive.
Don't take my face as anything.
No, I just you're really hearing the questions.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah. I'd say the positives is when you can have someone to actively communicate with, because okay, yes, it's important for you to say how you feel, but there's passive and active communication. Passive communication is I feel this way, so I'm gonna tell you how I feel so I can get it off my chest. And like if your partner's like, I hear you, or like like the very therapeutic way to have a conversation. That's like passive conversation is like, I'm doing this because this is what we're supposed to do. And then there's active communication. Active communication is like communication with intent. Like if I know that I want to get this off of my chest, but I want you to genuinely hear me and not just talk at me or say what you think you're supposed to say or whatever. Let's like have a conversation. If you don't like what I said, and there's a reason you don't like it, and if it reminded you of something or something, then like you can have a conversation without it like, and it might be a heated conversation, but it doesn't have to be like a detrimental conversation. Like you can have a conversation without thinking that your relationship is on the brink of ending because you're having a conversation. Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, active communication.
I feel like this.
Hmm.
I'm like, geez, this, bro. I just thought we were talking.
Yeah, because like sometimes I don't know. It's just like you have to be able to like you have to be able to be human and like there may be a certain way that you're supposed to do things, but sometimes it's so much better or you feel better when you don't do it the right way or something. You know what I'm saying? Kind of. That was a little bit. I'm a little high, so like that did. Okay, good. But yeah, that's what's up. That's cool. So you just got out of a relationship, huh?
I
What
just
did you?
got out of that. That maybe
How many months? Did you? Yeah, like a. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for your loss. Hey, yeah.
taking a stride. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. Okay, trying to make content, try to do better and shit like. Alright, so
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can feel how you feel for the time being. It's okay. Yeah. It was nice talking to you too.
see you
Good
later.
night. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
damn,
was
bro.
What'd you say?
the McKay was cool.
Who's McKay?
Girl was watching.
You're not live streaming no more. I don't believe you. Ah.
Sometimes
fast eyebrows. I know you peeped her big in her nose. Hey.
Right. Didn't even give me a.
Smash.
No! Oh my
What, bro?
man, shut
You seen it, beer? I'm about to go screenshot.
So you better go screenshot it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck off and die. Let's start them high. Either walk hard or jump start the ride. Run the lace while I juggle chainsaws. Take your mother on my fucking face off. Daddy bro, turn else bro. That's my soul when hell gets cold. Cause y'all know wrong. Solo.
What?
Right now.
I'm smoking a cart and listening to one of my friends' rap songs. Kansas City, Missouri. Mm-hmm. Home of the Chiefs
That's
and
pretty
Tech
strong.
9. UFC gym.
Oh, you a fighter? That's tight.
I'm training right now. I won't be big until like probably my 5-year mark. I'm only on my 2-year mark.
So like,
I might do fights in my 5-year mark, but honestly, I do it for my rage I have inside because I left an abusive relationship that was toxic for 4 years. Left me powerless, and then on top of that, I just felt like it was time for me to just have something that I can use besides your average fucking pepper spray and pocket knives and handguns. I want to be prepared next time someone beats me. So, in my opinion, I'm sick of it. And honestly, I'm not the average fucking feminist bitch. I get tired of wannabes wanting to fight me over stupid shit. So, there's that. I just want to be prepared in life. I'm tired of feeling like I'm weak as a female in this world because I'm easy to walk on. And I figured if I had physical strength, maybe it'll make me feel better about myself. And 2 years later, almost 3, this coming November, it's been great. It's been a great journey to figure out where I land in my life.
that's good. I can't.
Because for me, it's a big accomplishment to be strong instead of wearing 10 pounds of makeup and slut clothes or attention grabbing life. I mean, you got girls out there that rather sell their body short and their low self esteem than put themselves through an experience in life. Like, sex sells more for them because why they can implement Botox, fake tits, fake personalities, or they just sell themselves short so badly for a fucking face on a dollar bill instead of being like a real worker or a real life person. And for me, I think that's unattractive as fuck in this world. So yeah, I always felt that in life, and it was because when you love somebody for 4 years and they constantly just remind you that they don't want you in their world, let alone in this life, it put me in a breaking point where I was like, it's either do or die. And I'm not going to let someone take my life because they don't know how to treat me or straight up be honest with me. Like, I understand to a certain degree why people abuse people, but when it goes to where they're at their lowest point and they're going to kill themselves because they know you're going to kill them, that was my snap point. I just didn't want to die in their hands because they didn't like me for, I guess, who I was. And that really just blows my mind because I went above and beyond for this person for 4 years. And every time I was reminded that I was better off dead because they didn't want me in the life they had, or they just didn't want me on this world because, for example, go into a short story. I took my ex-boyfriend, I took him to a Tech 9 and Mayday show, Strange Music, because I
I
was
heard
like,
of that.
that would be a good date because we've been on every other date imaginable that he's picked, and I was like, well, it's time to spice it up. And he went insecure out of nowhere. So I tried to reassure him when we were at the show, and all he could think about is you're going to be that typical female that walks up to them and try to fuck them. That's all he could assume. And may I remind you, we've been together for 4 years. This was my anniversary present to him because I figured he'd like that because he listened to Ice Cube, he listened to Tupac, he listened to Biggie, he listened to people like that. So I figured, why not? everybody has to go to a concert first time in their life, and I tried telling him that like it's such a bonding experience with the right person. And also music live hits different. And I tried telling him that because he always listened to music at home or in his car. But no matter what I did, I couldn't convince him to stay for the show. So probably 15 minutes before the show was going to start, I got offered a meet and greet pass by this couple. They offered it to us because they had to go give birth. She was about to give birth. And she looked at me and my boyfriend, and her husband was like, just take him, just take him. Tech's a really cool guy, and I'm sure you could get some t-shirts, whatever. And like, my ex threw him on the ground, fucking looked at me, and he spit on him, and he goes, no, I'm not gonna risk my relationship for this shit. And next time you do this and embarrass me like this with music, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I expect your ass to be home in like 2 hours. You're not gonna go to this show alone. And if you're gonna stay here, I'll fucking kick your ass until you're blue and black, bitch. I fucking didn't sign up to take care of you, but this is how you treat me? You embarrass me because you want to be a little fucking girl. I get it, you're fucking 28 and you've got your life together, but who the fuck does this to their man? You're the most embarrassing bitch. He went crazy on me. And I figured he would have liked this shit because he listens to it like I do. And that made me feel fucking anxiety I never had before. I actually thought I was gonna die. So for me, I went all fucking paranoid, stepped outside and started chain smoking, rolled a blunt. I get tapped on the shoulder by security, and Tech Nine's like right behind him. And I didn't know him at the time. I used to call him Aaron Yates from his old label, Tech. And like, he looked at me, and the guard looked at me, and he was like, "Look, are you in a domestic violence relationship? And also, Tech would like to offer you a new badge and give you another ticket, like, and offer you security protection. Like, are you okay, little mama? This is Aaron Yates, and I'm Roger. I take care of Tech. I watch his shows for him." Little at the time did I know that it was the exhibit. I didn't know. And so, crazy night. I ended up seeing half the show and then I left, but I got a night. That night, I left back home and he decided to stay up all night and fucking yell at me. And then he got physical with me.
Right.
And he punched me until I hemorrhaged 2 pounds of my blood. And 2 pints of my blood was gone. And after that, like, I couldn't do it
He in
anymore.
jail?
He is 25 years. And so I lost it. I lost it. Like, I lost myself. And then that's when I was like,
I'll see you tomorrow.
I can't do this anymore. I can't just do my life anymore. I had to figure out why I feel so fucking weak after that, and why do I feel so fucking scarred by that? And every other guy before that was a sweetheart to me. What the fuck happened to me? I started blaming myself, but then like my doctor and my physical therapist that got me my strength back in my stomach and my core, and having one surgery, like it changed me to the person I wanted to be stronger. I wanted to see myself as a better female that knew how to protect herself, and also like I wanted to find what made me feel like I was confident again, because I felt like after that, like I lost all my confidence. And then it's like I've never been the girl that dresses up in anything nice. I never was the girl that put 10 pounds of makeup on. I was always a tomboy because I was raised by a jarhead who did everything but let me be female, I guess you could say, because I never found my girly side. I never did. I'm just like a tomboy at heart, where I look at other girls that wear the most craziest clothes and I'm like, how do you go out of the house like that every day knowing that you're confident and looking like that? And they look at me and be like, you don't even understand. And it's like, I don't even understand, because I feel like you're lying to yourself when you wear 10 pounds of makeup or wear the most fucked up outfit because you're a woman. I never saw that. And literally they looked at me and told me I was crazy from time to time. That's why like I only have one female best friend, and she's my ride or die. But like, fuck, it's just hard because I see my female friend V do it, and I'm like, damn, Veronica, how do you do it? And she's like, honey, I'm chocolate. I can get the fuck away with it because, one, I'm not your average girl. Neither are you. You don't have to tolerate that shit. But if you want to put on some stilettos and a mini skirt and a tight fucking top, you should be able to. You should be able to tell yourself that. But I understand, honey. You'll never break that in yourself because you're true to yourself. Do you see why you can't do that? And like after that, like I just continue to tell myself where can I find strength. And the only thing I think of is, well, I'm a good person that loves to stand up for herself, so I'm gonna do what my dad did, but different. I'm gonna go to the gym instead. So I started at the regular gym, and then next thing you know, I saw the UFC gym, and I was like, that will motivate me, so I don't feel so powerless next to men that can do anything and everything they want to me. Or they can be nice and have my back, and I know what I'm dealing with. But still, after that, I just fucking fell apart, and then I started pushing myself every day and like be as strong as I can, as much as I want to. So it took me 2 years, but here I am. So sorry, fucking your ear off. I'm gonna go turn on my lights. I'm getting hot, so
Yeah, movie.
no, that's my my living room. I have theater chairs because I bought them, and then that's my bedroom and those doors, and then I have my kitchen, all that stuff.
Wait, when did we first hat? Ah,
Yep, 16. I had to hide it for like months until my dad decided, why in the fuck are you wearing a hoodie in 115-degree fucking goddamn Kansas City weather? Uh, Daddy, I'm cold. Bullshit. And he went to like lift up my hand. I was like, please don't get mad at me. I got a tattoo. And he was like, as long as you don't tell your fucking mama. But first I'm gonna bless it. And I was like, what do you mean? Bam! Got a big old smack on the fucking chest.
damn.
And he was like, that's how you bless tattoos, make sure they're fucking real. And also, don't ever fucking lie to me again. Because then I'll take you home to your fucking grandma's in Georgia, and then you're going to have to realize that you hate me, but you're strong enough to know how you can take it. Just don't lie to your dad. And I was like, okay. I won't tell mom. Yep, so for a week, he fucking kept, like, putting a bandage on me and just telling me, she fell down and fucking scraped herself. She ate shit. Then he would give me shit for it and actually trip me or fuck with me. Be like, don't lie. So I did because I got emancipated at 17, and then I decided to start my first job and then go from there. hmm That means you leave your parents at a young age and they stop taking care of you legally. No, you're choosing to move out because you don't want them to be a part of your life anymore. Nope. My mom is a bitter, bitter, bitter woman. And then my dad, which is my stepdad technically, but he's been my dad for like more than my actual dad has for the last 25 years. Yeah, the problem is like my stepdad's African American. My dad is fucking white as can be, but he decided during his deployment he'd do the fucking most fucked up thing. It was cheat on my mom several fucking times. And she had enough, and then she was like, you know what, I'm gonna prove you wrong, and I'm gonna prove your racist ass wrong, and she fell in love with a black man. And after that, like, my dad fucking just, he moved away, he gave up. Because my dad was a piece of shit like that. Like, when we started listening to, like, NWA and Old Dirty and all the OGs, like Method Man and shit, my dad was just like, I'm not about it. He would break every one of those fucking CDs and fucking vinyls in the house because my brother was like a kid that loved rap. And he was just like, I'm not going to have it in my house. And I remember one day my mom fucking decided, of all things, to hold up a fucking Wu-Tang bottle in his face. And she's like, you want to try this? Because your jar has cannot take my Mexican ass to the ground because I'll gut you open if you break one of your children's fucking music. And she fucking held a giant fucking blade to his throat. And she's like, I'll wear your skin like a coat and clip you down to your anus from your lips and fillet you open and wear that skin like a coat. I'm done with you. Go get your ass on that deployment and get killed because you're a legalized government murderer and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. And she goes, and I'll find my new man, my old boo that will fucking bury you 6 feet under if you smell it. And she's like, I'm calling Tyrell and Tyrell's going to handle you. And that was the night I met Tyrell and he was like, look, I heard what you do to your mom. But doing it to your wife and your kids, it's another fucking story. You ever lay a hand on these kids or do something to intimidate them, my ex-Marine ass will fucking murder you before you even get your little fucking AK and call yourself aren't ready for the Marines yet, Mr. Army. I don't tolerate this shit. And I'm from Chicago. You know what we do with you? We bury you in the fucking rail yard or the dump where nobody finds you. And that's when my dad was like, I'm fucking leaving and I'm done. I'm going back to Texas. And she's like, good, cowboy, because you never had it good in the sheets with me. All you did was spread sheets that fucking lay down. So shut the fuck up, dog. And leave the kids out. Mm-hmm. Done with it because she's like, look, I see every woman you're with, even when you're behind my back. I can smell it on you. And he goes, look, you're stupid for a Mexican. Just because I fooled around a couple times doesn't mean you go crazy. He's like, no, I just know it. Women know it, okay? You can't argue with our intuition. It's like a wash rag. It brings out John. She's like, I fucking hate you. I'm taking my kids back and I'm taking them to a better father. Oh, you're going to let this fool. Or, he's like, he started saying the N-word. And then that's when my mom was like, try it one more time and, well, I'll let him handle you. And he's like, you want to go? Do you want me to, like, you know, castrate your ass and shove your dick down your throat like a Russian necktie like I was trained to? Like, I'm more powerful than you, fool. Like my wife said, don't be ignorant. And he was just like, and he went to say it and he went, clock. And I watched my dad's fucking whole face shatter and his nose just. And my brother went, yeah, I think that's what we talk about. Yeah, we're not going to say anything. Enjoy. I was like, hey, I'm done. I'm with this crazy household that I want to do with. Agree. You too. Do you want my number?
Actually, yeah. Do you have Insta?
Yep. Sinful. I bet. Okay. Okay, I'll give you mine. Oh my goodness. Squeaky. Okay. I'll follow you. Okay. Pleasant dreams.
That's pretty fire. I'm not